Hello, and thanks for joining the Walt Weekly Podcast. This is Walter Latham. And today we've got a few things we want to cover that we have classified as top priority. When I say top priority, it's something that we should be doing now. All right? So, the few topics that we want to cover are what has happened to the federal workers that were laid off. All right, the second thing we want to talk about is the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics. Let me say that again. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, wherein Trump didn't like the numbers. All right, so he threw them out and he fired the person in charge. Now, what kind of nonsense is that? That means whatever they produce going forward is worthless. The full faith and credit of the United States are based on things like the BLS reports, right? Telling us how the job situation is. So what I don't understand, I hope maybe you can explain it to me, is that, I have an MBA, I have a business, a bachelor's of business and administration. I've been in finance for 30 years. And I do know that there are certain signs that would indicate there is a unemployment issue. Anytime you lay off 300,000 people from the federal government and you roll back all of these support programs that we have in place, which would cause additional layoffs, then you have tariffs, wherein small businesses are having to go out of business because they can't keep up and they can't pass that cost on to their consumers or their customers. That there tells me that, yes, there is an unemployment problem. We will go into recession because everything that's been done to date, I couldn't comprehend it. Because, like I said, to me, if you take 300,000 people out of the workforce, you lay them off, how quickly can they get new jobs, especially when AI, all right, artificial intelligence is out there and companies want to leverage this technology to get rid of workers. So I really don't understand that. But, what you got to realize is that it doesn't make sense. 2 and 2 is 4. They're trying to make 2 and 2 7. It's not working that way. Anybody with good business sense would tell you that raising tariffs and laying off people through DOGE is a problem. It's a problem. How can unemployment, number of jobs created, go up when they're trying to transfer jobs to AI? Matter of fact, Wells Fargo, did y'all guys hear about Wells Fargo? Wells Fargo is now in the process of laying off their operations people. Now, the operations people are people that support money transfer, foreign exchange, fixed income trading, equities trading, letter of credit, check processing, all of those back office activities that we have done. I started off in operations back in the day, money transfer operations. What I'd like to say is that it doesn't make sense that he could do all of these things and not cause job losses across the board. Okay? So now he's trying to contend with it. And then I just don't understand, folks. I just don't understand. The rise of automation and generative AI is leading to a significant number of private sector job cuts. It's especially impacting clerical roles like data entry, customer service, and routine tasks in legal and the finance sectors, which just reinforces what I said earlier. And the third thing I want to talk about is, what's going on with Texas. And these 5 congressional districts, they're trying to make Republican districts, all right, by diluting the votes, of the Democrats, okay? I mean, this is something that the Democrats have done in the past. I mean, both parties have done it. It's just that now it's like overly sensitive, But both parties have done this in the past. So whoever's in power on the state level can do things like this. All right. So Texas being a Republican state, and they got the majority within the state. So they can do this. But let me tell you something. These tariffs, where's the money going? Does anyone know where the money's going? You said that government making money hand over fist. Where is that money going? I would keep my eye on that money. The money's missing. Money's gone. Where is it going? I mean, you could be capitalist, but the money's going somewhere. I know it's going to be coming out of our pockets if it's not already. And you wait until, I'd say after school season. That is going to be rough for everybody. But the underfunding, they had to bring back FEMA people because they don't have enough to cover catastrophes in terms of forecasts and projections and where the storm is going. Hell, the hurricane season hasn't even really ramped up yet, but it's here. So we're going to see. All right? Okay, with that said, thank you very much. I would like to ask y'all guys to please subscribe, follow, listen, share, comment. We need all that stuff, because those are the bread and butter of any type of podcast or YouTube, any type of streaming. We need that. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.